Welcome to World Trending with Deutsche Raphael. Former Anambra State Governor and 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi has demonstrated unwavering commitment to advancing education and healthcare in Nigeria, particularly in the southeast region. Since November 2025 began, Obi has donated a total of 40 million naira to support various colleges of nursing sciences across the region. His most recent visit was to the College of Nursing Sciences Gidi in Anambra State, where he met with a large gathering of students from fields including medical sciences, nursing, midwifery, medical laboratory, and dentistry. During his interaction, Obi emphasized the crucial role these professions play in serving humanity. To bolster the institution's growth, he contributed 50 million naira towards improving their teaching and learning facilities.
Here, you will not know. You wouldn't know what my Lord has contributed here. When I became governor here, there was no school of nursing or college of nursing science, anything midwifery that was accredited. This school is a great school. This is where they produce the first midwife in this country.
Earlier visits included the College of Nursing Sciences in Adazi-Nugu and Ocha local government area, where it would be engaged meaningfully with students, encouraging them to remain focused on their studies and to prioritize education in their pursuits. His 50 million naira donation further aided the college's development efforts, reflecting his long-standing support for this institution. On Tuesday, Obi traveled from Lagos to Enugu State to visit the College of Nursing Sciences in Oji River. Now, responding to a call from the school's proprietor, Bishop Ikechukwu Joseph Ebonu, Obi held discussions with the students, reiterating the nobility and importance of their chosen healthcare professions. He noted that nurses form the backbone of effective healthcare systems and praised the relentless dedication. To support the academic environment, Obi donated 10 million naira to assist the institution in sustaining quality training. Peter Obi's consistent philanthropic efforts underline his dedication to strengthening education and healthcare infrastructure, inspiring the next generation of professionals to contribute meaningfully to national development.
Just you guys professor mass communication. I think this question is very clear. And what you realize, it is not easy. You need to wear orange in the land. You need to go tell you the truth. You need this very rare. You get good who said to you, you're wrong. Especially when you outside vessels. That's what I encourage by little people around me. I want to hear bad news. If you cannot tell me wrong, you cannot be around me. You must be able to say, because here the magnet, some of you who don't like.
Chukwuebuka Ofoegbu, fondly called Ijele Speaks in a pang of mockery, has appealed to the embattled leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to maintain apathy towards opening his defense. Recall the Federal High Court in Abuja had given Kanu until November 7th, 2025 to open his defense in the ongoing terrorism trial, risk having his case closed. Justice Omoto Shaw, presiding over the case, described this as Kanu's final opportunity to defend himself. Failure to do so will result in the court considering that he has waived his right to a defense, leading to the closure of his defense and a likely judgment based solely on the prosecution's case. Kanu, who is currently representing himself, has repeatedly refused to open a defense, insisting that the charges against him are invalid. Now, Ijele, a staunch critic of the IPOB leader, is asking Kanu to shun defense, stating that anyone telling Kanu to enter his defense is his enemy.
Please, this is a special appeal to Nnamdi Kanu. The Berima Faruku bill, I'm pleading with you. Please, you you've been doing the right thing all along since this case started. Please finish it. Do not enter defense. You are doing well. You are doing well. You are doing well. You are doing well. I'm clapping for you. Please do not enter any defense. I beg. If anybody telling you to enter defense is your enemy, please, I am begging you, do not enter any defense, okay? Keep daring the government. Keep daring the presidency. Supreme leader. Only if we greet you. Mpama, do not enter any plea for defense, okay? Then make we see how we will go and end for you. Do not, please, I'm begging you, this is the last day. I'm making this video 6th of November 2025, and they've given you till 7th, right? Please stick to your gun, stick to it. Do not listen to anybody. Enter no defense. Then look, you know how it will end for you. The bullshit. Very, very stupid set of people. As for this nonsense about conspiracy, no, there is no conspiracy anywhere. The punishment for buying law enforcement is buying itself. You go collect also.
Ijele Speaks wants a speedy conviction of Nnamdi Kanu. He argues that if Kanu opens his defense, it will only prolong the trial needlessly. Ijele believes that Kanu should not engage in the court process to delay judgment, but instead continue daring the government in the political and public arena. The court has set a firm deadline of November 7th, 2025 for Kanu to open his defense. If Kanu fails to do so by the date, the court will terminate his right to present a defense. The case will then proceed to judgment based solely on the prosecution's evidence. Now, this means the trial will move forward without hearing Kanu's side, potentially speeding up the conclusion. Nigerians are now waiting with bated breath to witness what will happen tomorrow in court. You're watching What's Trending on DDM TV. For more insights, do not hesitate to hit the like button, make a comment, share this video, and subscribe to DDM TV. I am Tochi Raphael. See you next time.
You understand that you are no longer Kanu's minister?
No.
So
we remain as consultants to him and as his brothers and braves in council.
okay, based on today's proceedings, what did you observe and what is the way forward?
Well, my observation is that let's keep in mind that 14th October this year made it 10 years that this case has been pending. That the matter has become too complicated for the judiciary to handle underscores our core point, that this matter is more political than legal. That this is a matter for the executive branch to settle with a political sleight of hand. It's not a matter to be offered to the limited wiggle room of a court of law, of the judiciary. There is a lot of wide bat, a lot of wide space left for politicians or political leaders of this country to resolve political issues that border on agitation. Why this one has become intractable is very, very, very disappointing. There's a thesis that has become intractable because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo man. That thesis is becoming more and more valid by the day. So what is playing out in court now is nothing but the best evidence that this matter has gone beyond the province of judiciary and should be taken back, by the executive branch that started it anyway. There is no trial without prosecution. So it's the executive branch, the president, that triggered this through the office of the Attorney General. So the president can direct the Attorney General to take the case back to the table to see whether it should be resolved politically. But to try to resolve this case before the courts is becoming more and more impossible every day.
Is this a call for political intervention on this case?
Well, of course, everybody is calling for that. It's not throwing in the towel. What is wrong with calling with reconciliation when the courts of the land actually recognize it as well? Check out Section 17 of Federal High Court Act. It called on judges to seek reconciliation between litigants before them, including criminal cases. Section 174 of the Constitution empowered the Attorney General of the Federation to discontinue criminal prosecutions. So why should anybody say this matter should be resolved in courts when we have an alternative route of resolving it politically that appears to be easier and that would appear to be pleasing to everybody.
Okay, let's talk about the procedures today.
The procedure today?
The procedures today.
Okay.
What next?
I will yield to one of my colleagues to discuss that.
It's good for us to put the record straight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not saying that he will not enter defense. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, under what law are you charging me? Going by the constitution, there is no charge against him. That tell me the law, that the court should tell him the law upon which he's been tried. Now, my Lord is on his own saying that whatever thing that you have to say should be ruled at the final written address, and it should be upon a conviction to know whether you are supposed to be convicted or not. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said no. There are thresholds, there are hurdles upon which you need to cross for you to reach at that particular issue. And one fundamental issue there is that my Lord said, we are talking about issue of extraordinary rendition, the way you have been brought back from Kenya to Nigeria, and he wants somebody to come and give evidence on that. There is nothing before him. And if you watch the motion Mazi Nnamdi Kanu filed, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said Federal High Court has given a judgment in respect of that, and also awarded 500 million naira against federal government in his favor. That judgment is in the court file. Court of Appeal in their judgment also gave ruling on that and made comment about that. CTC of that judgment is in the court file. Supreme Court in their judgment also took judicial notice of that and they condemned that attitude. They are all in court file. There was a motion challenging the decision of the court where these issues are being raised, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made reference of the motion in the court file. Yes. And under the Evidence Act, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying that under the law, court is under obligation to take judicial notice of every document in your file. Yes. So asking him now to go and enter into a defense and start giving evidence on that is a waste of time. Yes. That court is on its own supposed to take to raise this issue. Yeah. Court is expected to raise this issue. Now there is a charge before me. Please, under what law? Address me on this issue before I go into trial. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu filed the motion, and I think that motion, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that motion should be heard, and all this issue I raised should be trashed for me to go into trial. So, and into defense. So my Lord, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu maintain his position on that. So my Lord said that he has joined to tomorrow for him to enter defense. Just like we said, we are no longer into the matter, but we are still he's still consulting us. I am saying so. On handling his matter in court, he felt that he's competent to do that. So whatever advice he needs from us as his lawyer, we should also offer the legal advice, just to get the record straight, so that people will not say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused to enter defense. No, there is no such issue. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, address me on this issue. Okay. That is the position.
The honorable member here will...
My name is Right Honorable Obi Akocha. I represent the great people of Ikuano, Umuahia North and Umuahia South Federal Constituency of Abia State. I represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. From what I saw today in court, there seems to be a systemic effort being put in place to steamroll and railroad Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into putting up a defense and leading to conviction. There are procedural issues that must be heard before the matter can go forward, and I think that is the motion that must be heard, hopefully by tomorrow. Nnamdi Kanu still remains a prisoner of conscience. He's been detained unlawfully, and we are also using this medium to continually call on Mr. President to invoke Section 174 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended for the Attorney General to enter a nolle prosecute, at least before the determination of the court. We are very optimistic that Mr. President, that we know is a listening and attentive president, and that he will do the right thing in the shortest possible time. Thank you.
My colleague here would like to...
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Well, as an ordinary citizen, as I'm not speaking now as a lawyer, as an ordinary citizen, if I am brought before a court of law, I should know the law that I have contravened.
Yes.
You cannot ask me to enter a defense for a law that does not exist, and particularly the law that the Supreme Court itself has declared non-existent. To what will I be defending? We're in a country where our laws are written. This is not England, where you have an unwritten constitution or unwritten law. We have a country where all our laws are in black and white. This is a lawmaker here. They made the law we're talking about. And if you ask him, he will tell you that there is nowhere they made chapter 45 of the criminal code. They didn't make it. The Honorable, did people make that law? It is not in existence. So who made that law? Who made that law? Was that law made by the Attorney General's office? And the Attorney General does not have the powers to make laws.